I just kept overthinking and overthinking. It got to a point where it got dark. I really wanted to myself. Looking at the past is only going to kill you mentally, physically, and basically every type of way. I tell you guys to stop looking at the past because there is nothing you can gain from the past because it's already been done. You can't go back. You can't change anything as much as you'd like to. You can't go back. And you just got to take what you have experienced, learn from it, take the lessons you need to learn, and keep moving forward. Don't worry, I know how you feel. I know how it's tempting, and sometimes you don't even mean to look in the past, but you just stand there and you're thinking of things that you could have done better and things of that nature. I'm just like you. I've had situations where I've been sat there and, I've been thinking about the past, or a situation. I'm like, I should have done this better, or I should have done that earlier, or I could have done this better. I wish I knew this sooner, X, Y, and Z. And as I'm standing there looking at the past, reminiscing about the past, looking at past memories, I realize something that's happening to me physically. I'm literally just standing there or sitting there and I'm just paused, thinking about the past. I'm not moving. I'm not thinking of any future plans. I'm just standing there. Because this is what happens when you overthink about the past. You just stand there and you don't move. And that's big. You don't do anything. You don't move forward. You're not progressing. You're just standing there. And it gets worse and worse and worse. The more you think about it, the more you freeze up just standing there. And once I realized I was just standing there thinking of the past, doing nothing and not moving or anything like that, that's when I realized this is a much bigger problem than just me reminiscing on mistakes. This is me crucifying myself for things that I can't change or I couldn't have known at the time because I needed the lessons. The thing is about the past is whatever you messed up in or whatever it is, you needed that lesson. There's no other way you would have learned. Do you understand? There's no other way you would have learned, and everyone's journey is different. So you can't crucify yourself because of mistakes that you've made or things you didn't know. Because every day is a learning journey. We're all learning. We all have to be patient with ourselves. He even speaks about this in the Bible. In the Bible, there was a situation with Lot, and God instructed Lot to run away with his family. And he said, do not turn back. But his wife decided to turn back. As soon as she turned back, she turned into stone, just froze up and died there. Now, what does that mean in the context of how we do things? Well, when you stand there and pause your life and think about the past, reminisce about the past, you are killing yourself slowly. You're killing your mind to think about what you should be doing or how you can progress and move forward and your plans. You're not doing anything physically. You're killing your hopes and dreams when you're just standing there, pause and being stagnant. Nothing is being done. But how is it that you fix a great situation like this? You just have to pray. I've tried every type of thing under the sun to stop thinking of the past, but naturally sometimes I can be a bit of an overthinker in it. And no matter what I did, I just kept overthinking. And it got to a point where it got dark. I really wanted to myself because the memories, everything, it was too much. I just couldn't stop. But once I started praying, once I started thanking God for the things I've learned and the future that I have and stuff of that nature, I got relieved from that kind of guilt because I realized that God loves me enough to show me mercy. And he loves you enough to show you mercy too. He loves you so much to the point where it's like he's put you in the situation, you've learned, now it's time to move on. You're still great, destined for greatness, so long as you learn from the lesson and walk in obedience with God. That's how you do it. You feel me? Do not try to do anything else because you will try and you'll fail and you will lose hope. When I tried everything, it broke my confidence. It broke my ability to believe in myself. I just couldn't do anything. But once I started praying like, Father, I thank you for the future ahead and things of that nature, the thoughts just went away. It's not easy to stop thinking about the past because we have a lot of us have really good memories of the past, but they should just stay as the past and as memories because the reality you're in right now requires your full attention. It requires you to be active with what you need to do and your God-given purpose. You cannot be sat there crucifying yourself mentally. That's what it is. So pray anytime you feel that way. Ask God for forgiveness for any type of mistakes that you've done, and you got to move forward. You got to move forward all the time. You know, the past is the past. The future, there's much more things better ahead. This is how I live a life of no regrets. Because I see my life as, so long as I'm willing to learn from the mistakes that I made, there's no way I can lose. But it's only if you're stubborn to learn from the mistakes that you made, that's when you lose. If you're not choosing to walk with God, that's when you lose. But I walk with God all the time. That's why I have no regrets in life. And I can honestly smile at every situation because I know I'm going somewhere better. And you are going somewhere better too. You just have to believe and see it that way. You have to understand that before those memories that you was thinking of, you was thinking that the memories before those good memories you're thinking of was the best you could do. But then those memories can be like, oh wow, no, this is the best. This is the best. But now you're in this spot now and it's the same situation. You just have to believe that God has more in store for you. That's the best. Walk in obedience with him and I assure you, you'll be fine. Don't try anything else. Just pray. And it will relieve you from that kind of stress.